What is up, everybody? Live in the BR app. Welcome to another Cleats and Convos with Deebo Samuel. I'm Liv Moods. That's Deebo Samuel. Deebo, how you been since your season ended? We haven't had an episode in a while. How you been doing?
It's been cool. Been chilling. Just getting off season ready. Just got to Arizona. Been working out a little bit of exos just here and there, before you really, get the time. And next week's Super Bowl. So, this is what everybody waiting on.
Yep. We had some pretty interesting football games. We'll get to that at the end of the show. But for now, Deebo, we actually have a very special guest joining us today. Do you want to do the honors and intro
Oh
our
yeah, for
guest
sure.
for today's show?
Little bro for sure. The one and only, Rome Odunze, Chicago Bears wideout, number 15. Welcome to the show, brother.
Thank you, fam. Appreciate you having me.
We're going. How the off season been treating you, bro?
It's been good, bro. It's been too good to me, honestly. It's my first time having a break, and you know how it is that college transition straight to the first year. I mean, your first year, y'all went all the way too, so it's a long year. So, but no, it's been good, man. Just chilling, enjoying family.
How did your season treat you? Your season with the Bears, and also, did it exceed your expectations playing in the NFL?
It was good. It was a good year. I mean, we had our struggles, like with the wins and losses in the record, but the experience of being in the NFL and playing ball, like definitely exceeded my expectations. The atmosphere of it, just being in the locker room with legends and people who truly love the game. Like it's a unique experience. So all the things like navigating the locker room and the aspect of an NFL organization, it's a lot to kind of go through, but it's a dream come true. So I can't complain.
Is it
I love it.
Is the NFL fun as it looks? Like going from college to the NFL, what was you kind of expecting to be a little bit different than what you thought wasn't going to be expected?
Yeah, no, it definitely is fun. It definitely is fun. I think, when we winning games, it's going to be a little bit more fun, but, but it's fun playing football for sure. It's a different kind of like locker room atmosphere. So, I gotta get used to that. Like I was in the locker room with Mercedes, bro. He's 40, fam. That's my dog. Like, but I just giving an example of like the locker room's different rather than college. Like, you with all your guys going to class, like and then playing ball, like it's all the same sort of group. And when you get in the NFL, it's a whole different aspect. But it's fun for sure.
Nah, for sure. Cause definitely ain't no more class. Like you ain't got to go home and
Yeah.
get ready for 8 tests you got to take. You got one job now, and
Yeah.
How did you, like you just said, dealing with class, this is then the third. Like, other than the playbook, like how did you spend like your downtime, like gaming, chilling with your folks, or how you deal with that?
No, for sure. I'm a big gamer, man. I'm a big gamer. So I was on Call of Duty a good bit. Me and Keenan was on Call of Duty. Me and Caleb too. Just when that had dropped, we was on there a good bit. So and other than that, just chilling, watching Netflix. I don't do too much outside of football and just chilling. So I was at the crib either on the games or watching Netflix or chilling with my lady.
Love that. Love that. What was your what did you expect when you met Caleb Williams versus what you actually got from him this season? And have you guys built a pretty tight relationship over the course of this season?
Yeah. When I met Caleb, officially it was we had worked out before the draft. They must have known the powers that be. I had no clue where I was going, but they must have been in talks what's going on. But so I had met him and he was working hard, we had worked before and was trying to get that chemistry down with me, Keenan and DJ, even before I was drafted there. So my expectations was that, he has a hunger and he has a drive. And I think that carried over to the season, it was his rookie year. So, it was a lot of different learning and different things for all of us. But he's competitive and he's someone that puts everything into it. So I'm excited for the future when we got someone like that at the helm.
I have to ask really quick. I know Caleb was a little polarizing in college because there wasn't much to go off of besides what the media would show you, right? So did you have any feelings before you met him about maybe whether or not you guys would or wouldn't get along. I mean, it feels like he had a pretty good relationship with everybody on the team, but he was kind of polarizing in college. I mean, I
Right.
know that just from watching
Yeah.
social
No.
media. You know
No.
how it is.
Nah, I feel you. Yeah, no, I didn't hate him because he painted his nails. I was ready. I was down for it. Do your thing, bro. Do your thing. Nah, but he got a lot of hate and stuff in college. But I was
You
in the
did.
Pac-12, and I seen the way he led his team and the respect they have for him, and I got to see him across the sideline. So I had plenty of respect for his game, and I know the media always tries to tear players apart for the most part. So I never was going to judge him off of that. But when I got to meet him and got to know him, he's fashionable. He probably it was in Paris Fashion Week or somewhere doing his thing. But that's Caleb. That's his personality. But when it comes to football and how he treats others and his teammates, it's A1. So for sure.
I love that.
Yeah, you definitely a West Coast kid for sure. How was it in Windy City? Windy City, bro.
Bro. It was different, bro. I ain't never felt that cold like that. They said last week it was colder than Antarctica out there, bro. It
Oh
was
my
cold.
gosh.
Yeah, it was cold. It was we had some pretty cold games this year, but it wasn't anything crazy. But there was a couple of weeks out there, like during the week where it was like close to single digits. When I left, it was in the negatives. So that's an adjustment for sure. Like everywhere I've lived, I could walk outside with a hoodie and like be all right. Like out there, nah, the hoodie's not enough. You need the puffer. You need some sort of insulation, or you're gonna be
Need
freezing. So
everything.
it's different, bro. It's different. But when you play in
Nah, I
ball,
definitely relate.
they got everything out there for you, whether the heated benches and everything. So I do all right. But yeah, it's different.
Yeah, you played with Michael Penix for sure in college. I used to watch you when I met you probably like 2 years ago. We did a little slide out in Vegas. We
Yeah.
talked a little bit, but what was it like playing with him, and what do you see his future being in Atlanta?
Oh man, playing with Penix, it was dope, man. That's my guy. That's my brother for life. So he kind of came in from Indiana. His whole college football story in general is crazy with his injuries and everything. So man, he's a leader of men and a talented player and a talented guy. So the sky's the limit for him. When he finally got the starting job and went out there and led that drive. I think it was against. Was it against Washington? Yeah, where they went to like the final second. He had the fourth down pass in the end zone, like a strike. Like, that's Penix for you. He comes up clutch in the biggest moments, and I'm excited for his future, man. Hopefully, they give him the keys and let him have a whole season to develop and grow, and I think he'll lead that team to great things. Honestly.
Nah, for sure. Rookie
Love that.
dinner. You had one of those. How did it go?
I did have rookie dinner. It went great, man. For what I thought it was going to be, honestly, the vets didn't
What you
do
was
me.
expecting?
Oh man, I mean, I was expecting to get hit over the head, bro. Like with at least, I had reserved already at least like 30, 40 because I was like, I don't even know what's going to happen. Like I'm gonna just make sure like that's already out of my mind. Like so, but it went straight, man. They didn't hit me for anything crazy at all. It was a good time. We got to chill, hang out with my brothers. So it was a good time. Hit a little steakhouse spot. So. It was cool, but I seen some of the like Byron Murphy of the Seahawks, like they
But nah,
faked
that
like
was hard. That was OD.
they faked like they was gonna give him 140, and then they still hit him for like 40. I was like,
Yeah, that
oh
was
my,
crazy.
That
nah,
different. That
bro.
That
like
was
that, but they must have invited all the other position groups too to
Yeah.
come eat with.
They was leaving there with all types of bottles. I don't know what is going on.
Man, let me get a bottle to go. Let me get a bottle for my aunt, uncle, cousin, like everybody.
They went, they
one for
went
everybody,
Christmas shopping.
right?
Man,
Well, speaking of crazy things, there's also some recent news for you, Rome, where you have a new head coach in Ben
Yeah.
Johnson. Give us your immediate reactions. How are you feeling about this? And is this something that's making you a little more excited about next season and what you guys are capable of?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think Ben is a tremendous coach, a tremendous play caller, certified. And I think I got to meet him at the presser and got to see his responses to some of the reporters' questions and how he commanded the room, and how he seems very driven, very motivated. So I'm excited. I got to see the Lions. We watched a lot of their clips because they was balling all year. And their offensive scheme was tearing it up with all the weapons and stuff they got there, along with Ben leading those guys. So yeah, no, we got a bunch of new additions, a bunch of good coaches flowing in. So I'm excited for sure.
Yay. I feel like changes like that are always like exciting, but there's obviously, of course, some question marks. But I feel like with the season you guys had, you mentioned things not really going the way you guys maybe anticipated or hoped. What would you say to, knowing you guys now have a new head coach, what would you say to Bears fans that are like feeling like, oh, are we going to be able to do anything? I know you're on the team, you're in the locker room, you guys know what you've got. How would you get Bears fans excited besides just the new coach, of course?
Right. Shoot, I have the Bears fans. Bears fans are tough. They want wins. They want wins. So I would just say, man, hang in there with us. We got enough talent. We just need to put the pieces together, put everybody where they need to be, and have the right direction to follow, and minds to put us in the positions to make plays. And I think we got a good audition here for something special, and hopefully years to come of Bear success. So I appreciate all the Bears fans out there hanging in with us, man. But things gonna get better.
Yay, I love that. Deebo, what's been your perspective of Ben Johnson?
Well, we played him. Well, I probably played him. I don't know if he was there in 21, but if he was there in 21, I played against him like 3 times. But overall, it's just like, just seeing him and the way he called plays from our perspectives, like it's just like a very explosive offense, up tempo, very decisive. I just say just get ready for a big year 2 with the way he called plays. He like to call trick plays for sure. So I know you kind of geeked up a little bit to kind of see what's in store for you. Yeah. Probably get to throw a TD here and there, but I look forward to a big year with him being your head coach and the way he call plays on the offense end.
Nah, for sure. I think it'll be a good one too. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you are you prepared and ready and excited to potentially throw the ball in a couple of trick plays drawn up by Ben Johnson?
That's so funny. Like that's what everybody's been talking to me about. Man, you better get that arm right. Like you better throw a payload. I'm trying, bro. I got a little arm, but we'll see.
You don't seem too confident about the little arm you got going on.
I'm not out here like, hey, yeah, give me a trick play pass. I'm about to make it happen. Now I catch the rock. I'm a receiver first, but if I need to get the job done 100%, I'm ready for it. So
Have you ever thrown a touchdown pass? Or would this be new in your career?
Yeah, I played quarterback in the Little League. I had a couple touchdown passes. Yeah.
Okay.
But
so you're ready for it. You're built for this.
Like 20 years ago.
Yeah. It's been a minute.
Nah,
I love it.
Sure. Things that you taken from year 1 to year 2.
Oh man,
towards your game.
I think you said about my game or like
towards your game.
Okay.
How you approach the game, like how you approach like the meetings. Because I know like being a rookie, you just walking in there, you like, all right, let me cram all this in. Like everything just new. Let me go out here and just not up. And now you got like a different perspective of it. Like, all right, I know what to expect. I know what's going on. Like, are you gonna have a different approach, or like how you gonna, take things you learned from year 1 to year 2?
Yeah, for sure, bro. I think I kind of like set the foundation this year. Honestly, exactly like you were saying, like learning so many different things and learning how to navigate within, the locker room and on the field, and getting my job done. So I think it's going to be big for me just to continue like the things that I found success with, whether that's, in the treatment or keep my body right, or, the way I went about studying the offense, because, I'm gonna have to learn new offense again. So, the things that work for me within that scheme, learning that scheme. So I carry a lot of things with me, as well as like, the different ways how to navigate the locker room and how to navigate like, the ups and downs of the season, with the losses that we have, but and also like the mental aspect to it as well, because when you start to lose games like that, you could feel it like in the air. You know what I mean? Like the vibe of it. Trying to remain positive and trying to keep on your task and do what you need to do to for your teammates, that discipline. But all those different things I think are something I'm gonna carry for sure, and something I learned.
I
Nah,
love
for
that.
sure, for sure.
Last question on Ben Johnson. What was your first conversation with him like?
Oh man, I think he just shook my hand and was like, "Man, you ready to go? You ready to make some plays?" I was like, "Yeah, let's do it, man." And that was just really brief. I had talked to him about his time at the Lions and said that I was a big fan of the way that organization was turned around and how he was a part of it. And the different things that I'm sure he was involved in on that offensive side of things, and just the building as a whole. And then I talked about him about his little video he had, introducing himself to all the Bears staff. I thought was funny. So yeah, so I chopped it up with him just real shortly. But yeah, it seems like a good dude.
I love it. Well, it sounds like there's a lot of optimism and excitement around the Bears right now. And of course, very excited to see what you guys are able to do next season. But let's talk a little bit with both of you now about this season. We just had the NFC and the AFC championship games this most recent weekend. Some good football being played right now. The Eagles got the ball, and Saquon Barkley got his first carry and then did this. We actually have the video here. We're going to watch a little highlight reel, if you will, of Saquon Barkley and what the Eagles are doing right now. What was your guys' reaction to watching this house call on the first carry in this game?
Well, mine was like, yeah, as watching it, you're not just about to you got to wrap this guy up and actually try to bring him down. Like all these arm
Yes.
tackles and this, that, and the third. Like he got so much in him, to go out here and just he got all the respect in the world, but I think he got something on his shoulder. I feel like these folks should have never did nothing like this, and it's just everything in him, just let me just go make a play. Let me just go, and I feel like every chance that he done got, he done proved why he the guy for real.
Ron, what was your
Fact.
reaction? Similar?
Man, yeah, very similar. I watch the highlights is different I feel like when you get to this level, I feel like I got a different appreciation for ball carriers and people that just don't get tackled and make plays like that. Like it's hard to do. So, Deebo's one of those guys too. So watching these highlights I was like, man, he's just out there playing ball. It's the most natural form. Put the ball in their hands and watch them go play. And Saquon has been doing that all year. So I'm excited to see, him continue to do his thing and hopefully go crazy in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so he's 30 yards away from most all-time yards for a running back ever in a season with a new team. If the Eagles, right? I mean, if the Eagles win the Super Bowl, are you willing to call this the best season we've ever seen by a running back ever? He's 30 yards shy.
Even if they win, he probably go down as one of the best backs. Even if they lose, it's not going to change. But yeah, the man just had an outstanding season, overall. I feel like every time you look up here in the end zone.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. Rome, how are you feeling about could we call this all time if he again, Deebo's kind of saying win or lose, you could probably call it all time. Do you feel the same way, or do you want to see him solidify it with a Super Bowl championship?
Yeah, no, I think I agree. I mean, you always want to see him, solidify and put the cap on it. But the things he's done this year, not only the stats, but the highlight plays and the big moments, the clutch plays he's made, it's overwhelming. So I think, he has to be up there in that conversation for one of the best seasons ever. And hopefully, his career will go this way. It'll be one of the best backs ever. So yeah, I think he's definitely in the conversation for sure.
Yeah, and 55 points they scored in this championship game, the most ever in a championship game, actually. And we know they've got some pretty tough competition in the Super Bowl this year. I know Deebo doesn't like to talk about it. I, as a Broncos fan, certainly don't like to talk about it. But we do have the other team in the Super Bowl, which is the Kansas City Chiefs. They took down the Bills yet again. It feels like the Bills just cannot get past this team. We've got some highlights here. Of course, this is the final play that sent the Chiefs to New Orleans for another Super Bowl. What are your guys' reactions to this game? Rome, we'll start with you this time. How are you feeling about the Chiefs going back again? It makes my skin crawl, but we'll get your hopefully non-biased opinion. How are you feeling about the Chiefs?
Yeah, I feel a little bit of that as well. I was rooting for Josh Allen and the Bills, honestly, just because I'm a fan of their game and the season that they've had. But
Yeah,
it's like I'm past the point where I can like even hate and be like, oh, the Chiefs again, because it's like, man,
I
they just keep
know.
doing it. Like they
They're
just keep
so
I
doing
can
it.
good.
hate because they done beat me twice.
It's
So I
like
mean, I got all the reason to hate.
Yeah, Deebo's got he's got strong feelings
yeah,
for a pretty good reason, so it makes
I
sense.
respect it for sure.
But yeah,
I mean, yeah,
I
Deebo,
mean, I
you've
wouldn't.
played this team in the Super Bowl. So what was that like? And then what do you think the Eagles need to make sure that they've got up their sleeves to hopefully win one?
First of all, I think on Philly end it starts with the D line that they got, the amazing players they got up front. As you can see, they just been dogs all year long. For us, kind of recap of the Bills and the Chiefs game. It's just like every time Pat Mahomes caught them in man to man, they were just running straight race routes. And then like, I mean, you gonna get picked. So I was just like, when are they like gonna pop out in zone, just that and the third? But it never happened. But you always gotta tip your head off to the Chiefs for sure, always finding a way to win. So we got the Chiefs and the Eagles. I got love, hate
Yeah,
for both. But I got all love for my brother AJ Brown over there. So I definitely want to see him win. I definitely don't want to see Mahomes get the third one. Um, so yeah, I'm
that's
rocking with
fair.
AJ and Saquon with this one for sure. I'm
Okay.
not gonna be
I
too
like it.
much in tune of the game, but would like to see the outcome of it for sure.
Okay, Rome. Who you got? Who's winning the Super Bowl this year?
I think the Eagles. Oh my, I don't know. I can't. I don't even know how I can say that. Like it's hard to count out Patrick Mahomes, but I
It
think the Eagles
is.
gonna win. I think they run game and like you said, the trenches, the defense, and the offensive line, defensive line are just super impressive and been making plays all year. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Eagles.
Hey, I am with you guys, and this is actually I'm trying my best to remove my
Are you
AFC
being
West
biased
bias.
or are you
I'm
just
trying not to be, but let me tell you something. I I've been talking with our producer Ron, who's a big Eagles fan. I've been talking with him all season
I
long
forgot
that
about this
I've
guy.
had faith in the Eagles since the beginning. Since they got Saquon, I was really excited about what they could do. So their defense getting better every game, and then of course Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, they've just got a lot of talent.
Now
So
that man say that
I
boy
am
Saquon Barkley.
Fly, Eagles, fly. I do, before we let Rome go, though, I do want to really quickly get your guys' reaction and give you the chance to give a little bit of praise to Jaden Daniels, who was able to compete in an NFC championship game as a rookie quarterback. He had an outstanding season, and I think there's just a lot of excitement around what the Commanders are doing, but mostly what Jaden Daniels is able to do in his first year. Rome, starting with you, how impressed were you by Jaden Daniels this year?
Oh man, yeah. I mean, being able to watch him on TV, watch him do his thing week in and week out was super impressive. Just knowing, he's in the same position as me. He's a rookie. He's going through the same challenges and learning a whole new offense. He got more responsibilities than me. Being a quarterback and. He just did his thing, so I got to see him throw that Hail Mary against us. It still hurts, and then
Oof!
But
after
that
I
hurt,
know it
that,
dog.
does.
That's crazy.
Ooh.
yeah, he continued to roll on. So, the kid, he's doing his thing, and
No,
I'm
no.
excited to see him continue to develop, and especially for a team, like the Commanders, that hasn't had a lot of success in the past, like for them to kind of get rocking and do their thing. I think the fan base deserves it. So, and so does he with all the work he's put in. So for sure.
I think with rookies, a lot of their success in their first year also has to do with the veteran presence that they have on their teams. Rome, what was it like having Keenan Allen as your vet this year?
Oh, it was awesome, with Keenan and DJ. Both those guys was just great vets. Like every time I had a question or needed to learn something or was messing up on something, they would let me know and help me correct it. That's on off the field. How I'm maneuvering myself. So It was a blessing. And, those are two guys who are hilarious in the locker room. Keenan is a one of a kind character. So is DJ. So, they always keep spirits high in the wide receiver room and, always got, things to cheer people up. So, yeah, it was a blessing for sure.
I love that. I love that. And then Deebo, final thoughts for you really quickly on Jaden Daniels' season. We didn't get your thoughts, and then we'll let Rome get out of here.
Just watching the NFC Championship. I think he was the first rookie to make it to the NFC Championship as a quarterback or something like that.
So.
But just seeing like the moment wasn't like you watch him back there and just realize like he looked at the game as like the moment not too big for him. It feel like it looked like he's been there before, and just watching him from LSU to now, it just seemed like nothing has too much changed. He always been consistent. Putting everything on the line for his team. So, I mean, the sky's the limit for him and the guys over there in Washington for sure.
I love it. Well, Rome, thank you so much for joining us. And I am feeling very excited about your next season and all the excitement you guys have going on with your franchise and your team, and wishing you nothing but the best. Deebo, any final thoughts for Rome before we send him on his way?
Nah, for sure. Just attack this offseason like you attack, being out there working out before you got drafted. Just keep that same mindset. Right. But, the sky's the limit. I think the world of it, brother.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Yeah, no doubt. Sure. Wishing you success too, man. Keep doing your thing.
Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you soon. Okay, Deebo, really quickly, we have a little special announcement, actually.
Yeah, what you got for us?
Before we wrap, Deebo, we want to let everybody tuning in right now know that we, next week, the next time you see us, actually, for Cleats and Convos with Deebo Samuel, will be next Wednesday at the Super Bowl Radio Row. We will be going live and delivering you guys content. Not just us, but Bleacher Report, actually, every day leading up to the Super Bowl, we'll have some type of content for you guys. But if you want to hear from myself and Deebo, we will be hosting live Cleats and Convos right there in the Super Bowl Radio Row in New Orleans, 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern time. And we're going to have some special guests. Yes, I said plural. Guests with an S, meaning there will be more than one. So we will see you guys next week. Deebo, what are you most excited for when you get on the plane and head to New Orleans, besides hanging out with me, of course?
One exciting to see who will be our two guests on the show. Just being at Radio Row, hosting our own show, just first time, just see how it goes for sure.
It'll be super, super fun. We are both rooting for
basketball.
The Eagles. Let's go. What'd you say?
No basketball for you.
No basketball.
And your Denver Nuggets.
That's all right. That's all right. I don't need to talk basketball if we're at the Super Bowl. I'll be super excited, and we'll be rooting for Philly. You guys had to know that was coming, of course. Fly, Eagles, fly, as the Broncos fan and 49ers player here. Come on, I'm dragging it. Fly, Eagles, fly. But we will see you guys next Wednesday live from Radio Row for another episode of Cleats and Convos with Deebo Samuel. I'm Liv Moods. That, of course, is Deebo Samuel. You guys know who that is. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode, and we will catch you next week at the Super Bowl. See ya.
Meet us there.